A little while ago, I said I was gonna make a Labubu garden, and it's time to show you what I did. So in this little side garden here, I have 3 garden beds. And today I need to do a little bit of maintenance in terms of supporting the tomatoes and some of the other larger plants that are vining. And we're gonna do it on the fairy trellis right here. And I went to Daiso and I got a mini basket for my Labubu and a little farm cart. So it looks like this. And she's gonna go harvest now. Let me flip this around and walk you through what I have here. This is my driveway garden, and right there is a 2x, I wanna say 8 bed. There's another 2x8 bed, and then I think it's like a 2x4 bed back right here, and then there's one more mint bed right there. So here we have tomatillos. Let's see, where are they? They're in here somewhere. Oh, there they are. There's a couple tomatillos right there. You can see. There's a bunch. I just need to help support them. And oops, somebody's been nibbling. Then over here, this tomato needs to be pulled back. But here we have eggplant forming. I believe this is a Japanese eggplant. And you can see these tomatoes are definitely forming, but, oh, look, who's there? Kira. This hole, that's her. So anyway, that's, look at, boop, boop. Okay, so back to this. The tomatoes, I couldn't find my twine, but I found it. So I need to actually twine and support them up. So you'll see how I do that. And we've got little basil in there. And this is actually the Labubu section. So you've got these cute little alyssum, and I have some miniature tomatoes back there that I had shown you. Like this tomato has really just fallen over. And here is the cucumber, and look at the cucumbers. They got kind of big, so these definitely need to be harvested today. And there are more down here. And here's the tiny bonsai basil that smells oh so good. And over here, this is the corn that fell over, so that needs to get supported. And then here I have, oh look, there's little baby squash. This is actually a watermelon plant down here that's all the way to the back. There's a ton of basil in here too. This is a loofah. And then over here, this bed has Thai basil. It's flowering, but it smells so good. And I have some petunias right here. They need to flower again, so I need to feed some of them. And then something is coming back here and knocking over my corn, so I need to straighten those out. And this is another loofah plant right there. So we're going to get to doing that. And then right here, and then this one is actually an entire bed of mint. I know what you're gonna say, you can't plant mint in a bed, and guess what? This is on concrete, see, watch. So this bed here is on concrete. It is not going anywhere into another area. It is only being in here, and you can see it is so dense. This is why you do not plant mint into the ground directly, or like, look at how it's very vigorous. And this mint smells oh so delicious. I just gave it a really hard cutback, and that's why it looks like this. I have a lot of new growth down here. It looks delicious, smells amazing. This is a little chili pepper. And I am going to tidy up a little bit, and then we'll chat some more. And this isn't sponsored, but I love my Catchy Can. It actually has a lip, and then it has a handle here, so I just fill this up, and it's really easy to move around and dump. So if I need to do any trimming, it's all right here. I almost always have my tool belt as well, and my These are my favorite snips, and I'll link it for you in the bottom. And here are my favorite snips. I'll link this for you below. My hands aren't that big, so most pruners, I get a lot of hand fatigue, and so this one is a really nice size. I probably wear a small medium in gloves, so this one is perfect. Other standard size pruners tend to be a little bit large, and even when it's open, it's hard for me to grasp because my fingers aren't that long. But like this, it's really nice and easy, and it just clips at the bottom. And it's red and white, so you can find it amongst your garden greens. Okay, so here I have a tomato plant. I actually have quite a few tomato plants here, but I need to train it upward this way. So in order to get better visibility, I'm gonna do some cutting. And, well, before I do that, I kind of want to tame the tomatillo right there a little bit. So, let's see. Tomatillo is branching over here. Oh, see, this is a tomato. I like that this tomato is already over here, so I want to keep that there, support it. This tomatillo is going that way. So here's my twine. This tomato is, okay. So normally you want to do this earlier, but I took my time. So I'm going to spin this around so you can get a little bit closer and see it. Okay, so right here, I'll do my best to show it to you. I have, I think, 4 tomato plants. Okay, so here is the location of one of the tomato plants. And so I'm gonna throw that over, oops! Throw that over. Not once, but a couple times. Scooch it to the end, right above, straight above where the tomato plant is. And I'm gonna cut it. Right. I like to give myself ample slack, so it's a little bit longer, and that's okay. You just don't want it to be shorter. So this is good. And now I've got my ends. Let's bring you closer. We're going for the base of this tomato plant, but this tomato plant has, so I didn't trim it to one central leader, so there's actually a lot of branches here, and these are all part of it. So what I'm going to do, so this is all one plant. You can kind of see it. Now, first, I'm just going to trim it so I can see what I'm dealing with here. There's a lot of different ways to prune your tomatoes, and some people have very strong opinions about how they prune their tomatoes. I prune for airflow, and that's kind of it. So I'm even taking off big pieces. This one goes that way. This one goes this way. And I'll clean it up some more, but for now, this is good enough just to get it tied up. And I want to circle the base. of this plant. So it's a little bit more of an art than a science. So I did tie it there, and then you can see it goes all the way up. And now my eggplant has some breathing room. Then you can see here I got a basil that was blocked from sunlight, and you can see it's under there too. And I've got some caterpillars in here, and that's okay. I trimmed that, so I'm gonna toss that. And now my eggplant can actually go straighter like this. Oh, somebody was really hungry right there. Big hungry caterpillar. Not sure where you are, but we'll find you. And now that I showed you one, I'm gonna go ahead and do those real quick. So I might sometimes chop off this much because I have too many leaders. I really want just one big branch. If it looks really good, I'll leave 2 or 3, but I really should have just trimmed it already, pruned it to 1. So that one wasn't fruiting yet, and I just cut it off. Hey, Bo. And this is Bo. He's my other big boy. Okay. So that's one of them. There's actually 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I kind of planted it really close, but we're gonna work with it. Here's another one. No, girl, you stay inside. Okay, so let's show you how I trim. And you know, everyone has strong feelings about how you prune tomatoes. And if you're just a home gardener doing this for fun, I don't think it matters as much as long as you don't chop off the top or, you know, strip too much. I think you're gonna be fine. But so what I would look for is anything broken or damaged, like right here, this is broken. So I'm just gonna say bye-bye. This one's broken, bye-bye. And this leaf is not doing anything. And actually, this whole branch right here, not necessary, so I'm gonna cut it right above where there's a little fruit. And I'm just going down and trimming some of these leaves that are kind of crowding. So just chop. I don't know about you, I really don't like the smell of tomato leaves. Some people love this smell. I know some actually make a vinegar out of this and they say it's delicious, but no thanks, not for me. Now, if someone wants to have me try some of theirs, maybe I'll do that. But I am not so interested in tomato leaf flavored vinegar. So there's that. Okay, so I live near the beach, and because of that, we have a lot of powdery mildew around here. So I want a lot of airflow, and that's why I'm trying to cut back as much as I can. Oh, yep. This eggplant here got crushed by some critter, so it got damaged. Oh, something came and actually ate it. Right there. You see that? Well, that stinks. But that's also why I plant and grow a lot in a small space. All right. A little bit more. Over the sea instead of all of this. Now, if you wanted, you can stick this in water, root it, but honestly, I don't need more tomatoes. I actually have a spot with some more tomatoes on another part of my garden. So right now, I'm doing this. Okay, so now it's nice and bare. I would not recommend doing this on a hot day. It will stress your plants out. Because I live by the beach, I have marine layer in the morning, and then right now it's in the afternoon. The marine layer has rolled in, and my plants are gonna have time to recover overnight. But just so you can see, you just take the string and you wrap around, and then it will continue to grow. And if you don't want these extra leaves, you can trim some off. So I love bamboo sticks because they're inexpensive, they're reusable, they're sustainable, and there's so many applications. So here I have an eggplant, And I just want to help it grow a little bit straighter. So that I'm going to stake right there. Let me move you back so you can see a little bit better. How's that? A little bit more. There you go. All right. And then here, I also have a pepper plant. Just taking a little piece of twine. And helping it stand a little bit straighter, like this. Just tie a little bow. There's a straighter plant. And I'll probably leave the pepper there alone actually. But this one, I want to help it a little bit. So here we go. I'm going to give it a little tie right here. Just a cute little bow. Just like that. All right, now that I've tidied up a lot of this garden, it's Labubu time. So we'll put her right there. I mean, look how cute she looks. Ah, so cute. I'm gonna put her right here. And so right here I have little chilies. There's my little Labubu, and she has some chili peppers. And we've got tomatoes, put it in her basket. Little itty bitties. Just like this, little guys. And over here, now these varieties are all little, these are kitchen minis. This one's red, this is kitchen minis, red velvet. And this cucumber is called Quick Snack. Can you see it? Let's see. Right there. And there are these, you can actually harvest them earlier than this. I waited a little longer, but they're still really good. They're kind of like a Persian cucumber, and this isn't going to fit in her basket. But then I have this one, and oh, there's 4 in here. I don't know, can you see that? There's one more back in here. Look, right there. All right, you can twist off, or I like to snip. I got 4 cucumbers on this little plant, and I'm actually going to stake it also. Now for cucumber plants, for this cucumber plant, I'm actually going to stake it this way up that trellis. So And support it like so. Let it wrap. Don't want to mess up this growth tip because that's where it's going to keep growing. But the quick snack, it's self-pollinating. It doesn't need a partner. So a very independent woman, if you will. Okay, and now I'm gonna tie this a little bit of a hodgepodge because of where it's at, where it was planted and where I want it. So it's not a perfect tripod, but okay. Now I gotta keep going. Something knocked over my corn. First it was my husband, and then some other animal came over, so we're gonna try to fix my corn. The plan is to use this stake and this bar to kind of help it hold up. We'll see if it works. So I'll give myself plenty of slack. These all need to be brought up like this. Oops, some of them broke. I could hear it. It snapped. Okay. So one more. Oh, that one snapped. Okay, maybe somebody ate it. I don't know. But, okay. Here we go. I'm going to tie this end. And then we're going to tie this end. All right, it's up. It's good enough. And we'll see what happens. It's corralled, so all I want is off the ground. Here, this got knocked over. I'm not sure by what critter. But now we're gonna move along this way. Okay. So over here, I have a watermelon plant, and I want it to grow upward instead of out, because I don't want it to get crushed. So we're gonna do this. Now my driveway is sloped, and that's why when I back up and show you the full garden space, this sprayer is going to be crooked because my driveway is crooked, and there's no way to really straighten it because these beds are open bottom, and unless I make a platform or something like that, it's just not gonna happen. So there's that. I'm gonna be really itchy because this is all the cucumber family, which they're a little bit prickly. So, all right, I wanna be very gentle with my watermelon. And I'm actually going to keep the two, where is it? Ooh, this basil smells really good. I'm going to keep the two ends of this rope just twined together so I can securely wrap. Okay, so both ends together. Both ends together. I'm going to drop it down to the bottom, and I'm going to actually wrap the base with both. Okay, whew. Now, over here, I'm going to separate it and tuck, oops, broke a branch, tuck very gently help this guy train up one. And you can see there's tendrils here. So the tendrils are going to grab on, like so. And there's another one right here. I'm going to do these together. Oh, this tip broke. All right, where's the end of this here? Oh, here we go. You don't want to break the growth tip. Here's. All right, so watermelon up. I am going to trim a few of these down here off. Doesn't need it. And just, again, for some airflow, that's what we want. All right. Okay, now for the zucchini. All right, let's drop you down and take a look at the zucchini, because I know everyone's favorite. Zucchinis get so big and so bushy and crazy. So I actually like to trim down a little bit so we can see what we're looking at, what we're dealing with. And I actually cut a lot of these leaves out. Now, some of it is out of powdery mildew situation. Some of it is aesthetic. But something to keep in mind is every time you cut, it is an open wound to the plant. And in some places, you don't want to do that. So just be mindful. But now there's so much more air and airflow for the whole plant. And then here I have chamomile. This watermelon climbed that way. And that's kind of it. I have tidied it all up. That's about it. I have to clean up all this carnage of the tomato leaves. I'm gonna finish harvesting for my Labubu and get dinner started. So if you have any questions, please drop them below and I'll answer in the next video. With that, I'll see you in the next one.